Hey, Tubies, it's Psychic Bob. It is so awesome to be with you. Well, here we are. It's Saturday, and you know what that means? Time for our Saturday night seance. That's right. I want to say thank you. Thank you to all of you who came out to yesterday's video. We had UFO Friday, and that was a lot of fun. If you didn't see that, you definitely need to check that out. It's in the queue right before this one, and I went out on UFO Watch and brought you guys along. And at the end of that video, I had some amazing footage. I was able to show a UFO, an actual UFO, exactly like the one that I saw, which was a silver ball. There was literally, it's a whole long story, but I literally one time saw a silver ball UFO. And I found a video that exactly shows what I saw. So definitely check that out. That's in yesterday's video, UFO Friday. Well, you know, a lot of you also been writing to Psychic Bob, we want to get your books. We don't know what to do. We hear you have books out. How do we get that? Well, if you pop over to my website, and I'll put the link in the info box below, robert-hickman.com. You can pop over to my website and get all my spiritual books. And for those of you who love this Seance series, you might want to pick up this book. It's got some glare here. Messages from Rose. And that talks about my work as a channel, as a trance medium, trance channel. And we've also got Ouija Mysteries, the Spirit Board Seances, Psychic Bob's Book of Wiccan Wisdom, and we got others over there. These are just a few of them. But pop over to my website and you can purchase books. Up at the top of the screen, you'll see a thing that says books. You just click on that and I'll take you to my bookstore, okay? Well, I am so glad you're here. Well, you know, it's time for our Saturday night seance. And you guys have been saying how much you've been enjoying it. And a lot of you have been saying that you really like me using the red light. And I'm finding the red light to be really helpful as well. So we're going to have another red light seance here. So anyways, let's get ready and have a seance, okay? By the way, I want to welcome all the newbies too. And for those of you who are new, this is a weekly tradition. We gather and I do channeling. And as a channel, I receive spirits from the spirit world. They enter my body and they speak through me. And I never know what's going to happen, but it's always interesting and always fascinating. So I invite you, pull up your chairs here. Let's have a little circle and welcome to our seance circle tonight. So I'm going to change the lighting out here and I'll be back in just a bit. Let's see, let's turn this light on. Oh, I'm in the dark. Hold on, I got to get the red light on. All right, here goes the red light. There we go. Can you guys see me? Well, I'm so glad you're here. Well, I'm going to get comfortable and settle down and go into trance. So I'll see you when I get back. Oh, this is Fletcher here. Give me just a moment while I get control of the medium's vibration. Oh, there we go. I think we're in the body now. Oh, it's so good to be back with all of you tonight. You got a lot of soul glow out there, and that means that you're moving closer to the spirit world, and the spirit world's moving closer to you. Oh, we're so glad to be with you all tonight. Well, we got a few people be wanting to chat you up, so I'll be stepping out of the body, and I'll talk to you a little later. This is Fletcher, over and out. Greetings, my dear. This is Rose. It was such a blessing to be here with all of you tonight. I have to echo Fletcher's words. There's a lot of soul glow out there tonight. From the spirit world, when we look upon the earth, we see a lot of people walking about, but they've got a bit of a grey cloud over them. They don't have a lot of hope, and a lot of them are very depressed. Now, this does not especially surprise us, as the earth world is a realm of darkness. Do you know there's very little on your earth that is self-luminous, aside from perhaps some squid in the ocean and some fireflies? And you know, beyond that, your world is a natural world of darkness. It stands in opposition to the spirit world, which is a realm of light. I can tell you, when I first came over here, I was immensely inspired by the luminosity of this realm. Everything in the spirit world glows with a brilliance that you cannot comprehend until you come here. The amazing thing is that each of us within us have a little bit of that soul light, that glow, that brilliance. And do know that if you spend your days working on loving your neighbour, being kind to those in need, helping your fellow man, do know that you glow brighter. And someday when you return to the spirit world, all of your good deeds will be shown for all to see. And now you may say, "Oh, Rose, I'm a little shy. I don't want everybody to know about what I've done on earth." Oh, my dear, nobody here is embarrassed by anything. What you will have when you arrive in the spirit world is a clarity and understanding of your place, shall I say, in the cosmos. Yes, you know. Many of us think about our earthly lives and we say, "Oh, my life on earth was this or that." But what you come to understand once you arrive in our world is that the human condition has an impact on the entire reality, the cosmos. Not only the earth, but the other planets are affected by your energy, and even those in the spirit world can feel your vibration. You might be tempted to say, "Who, me, Rose? Little old me, I could have that much influence." Oh, my dears, yes. So many humans are clearly unaware how much influence that they have. Your very thoughts are substance creators. So if you think a good thought, you think, "Oh, I shall go visit Sally Joe and bring her a little cake and make her happy and have some tea with her." The very thought of wanting to create joy in the world brings a vibration that transcends all reality, and it drifts even into our realm. That light that you generate by your thought sets things in motion. And even dear Sally, who you're going to visit, already receives a degree of blessing before you even arrive at her door. Isn't it fascinating, my dears? But you see, if you don't follow up your good thoughts with actions, they only go so far. This is why we'll encourage you not only to have good thoughts, but to carry them out. Once you actually do the thought, then you gain the reward of brilliant glow of your soul. The spirit body is an exact duplicate of the physical body. However, it is made of light, it's made of a finer substance, and your spirit body will never decay, never age, never fade in power. You can create your light, though, or your lack thereof, by your attitudes and your actions. This is why I've thought and told many of you that when I died, I went to purgatory. Now, don't be embarrassed by that. I know somebody says, "Oh, Rose, you shouldn't tell people about that." But you know, my dear, over here in the spirit world, nothing is hidden from anyone. We all know our trials and tribulations. But in the spirit world, there's an attitude of support. People feel that they must help one another. And so we don't look on people with judgment. We just say, "Oh, look at that sale, they've been in purgatory." We look at people and say, "My, they've crossed through a lot of trials. Let us help them to better themselves." There's a real understanding and a sympathy that exists in the spirit world that you don't see on the earth realm, at least not very often. And so this is why many of you feel that your lives are struggles. It's because that your life has a lot of emptiness and darkness. It's because that is not a natural progression of sympathy and empathy in the earthly realm. Those of you who are very psychically inclined understand this perhaps more than some, for you know that your sensitivities make you keenly aware and acutely aware of how people's hostilities can affect not only yourself but those around you. And so you know, having a good disposition does much not only to help your own mood and mind and heart, but it helps those, especially those souls, who are very psychically sensitive. And so I invite all of you to meditate upon your attitude Think about what it is that you do in your daily thought processes. Perhaps you get up and you say, oh, another day. But perhaps if you could awaken and say, oh, what a beautiful day, I could start a new project and bring light to the earth. If you start your day with that awareness, then you will set in motion vibrations that will bring you a lot of blessing. I know for so many of you, you struggle with depression, and you say, Rose, there are many days I cannot get out of bed. Oh, my dears, do not know this is why the spirit world comes to help you. If you find yourself dragged down into the dark recesses of a depression, let the spirit world lift you. When we come into your world, we bring with us the healing balm of the spirit world. Our light is healing to your bodies, minds, and spirits. For those of you who suffer from a clinical depression, those who say, my brain chemistry is not right, and you know, where we can assist in beginning to heal that process. You see, there are many miracles that occur on the earth, and people will say, oh, it was a miracle, they are near death's door, and then they come back. And doctors shake their head and they wonder. And they say, how is it that that person, so close to the brink of the spirit world, would bounce back into full earthly vigor? Well, I would tell you, my dear, it is the intervention of our world. Our world seeks to aid those in distress, to aid your suffering. We don't want you to walk around all glum-faced. No, my dear, you're meant to come into the earth to learn, and also, believe it or not, to have joy. Now, I know some of you are saying, Rose, my life has been anything but joy. Oh, my dears, that may well be true, up to today. But I challenge you that today, from this very moment, you can change your consciousness. And if you change your consciousness, you will change the world around you. You don't believe me? Then try it. I want you to start thinking of something beautiful. And I want you to say, I embrace that beauty into my life. Maybe your definition of beauty is a beautiful gown. Maybe you say, I wish if I only had that designer gown, I should be beautiful and feel confident. Well, let us start with that. You will find in time that your thoughts become more elevated than designer clothes. But it's not a bad place to start. And I tell you, over here in the spirit world, I do still enjoy my fashion shows. You know, over here we're allowed to dress as we wish, but everything is done with the highest and best of intentions. You know, when we put on our fine clothes, it's so that we feel confident, so that we can engage in our spirit work. Some of us over here still struggle with a little bit of shyness, and we even say to the ascended ones, we say, dear masters, how can we go and influence earth people? We're so meager and minor in the grand scheme of things. But the master teachers say to us, dear spirit guides, as you reach out, we will empower you. Do you know your own very spirit guide has a guide who guides him in his work? And I have a guide that guides me as I guide this medium. Because there's a chain of command over here. For those of you who have served in the military, you understand the chain of command. There's the general down to the colonel, down to the captain. Well, my dears, you know all of that. Try to understand that you have an entire chain of command that oversees your journey on the earth. You have your immediate spirit guide who helps you. But you also have guides that guide that guide and guides that guide that guide, all the way up to the Godhead. And so no one is ever alone. And besides that, you also have other guides who come in as part of your inner circle and your outer circle. You see, every human has multiple guides. You have guides that help you, that are close to you, 3 or 4, maybe 5. And then you have more, like 30 or 40 guides. Oh, my dear, I tell you, if you only understood how much assistance you have, you'd never be feeling lonely again. I suppose that's one of the things that most surprised me about coming to the spirit world, is that you're never alone here. Oh, now that's not to say you don't have some privacy, and you can't have time away. Oh yes, that is certainly possible. But you never lack here in the spirit world for companionship or for guidance and help. What you must understand is that It's not like you finish your earthly life and then you go to the spirit world and suddenly everything's perfect and you know all things. You're on a process of evolution and your soul continues to grow. Some of you will reincarnate. Some of you will continue your progression simply from the spirit world. It'll be your choice. But know this, you're never alone, and there are many people who wish to assist you along the way. And you can call upon me. You can say, Rose, help me. Fletcher's asked me to step back. He said there's others who wish to speak. So I shall step from our medium now. This is Rose. The words that she has spoken are truth. When I was a young man, my teacher said to me, Alfred, you would do well to listen to the advice of the spirit world. I used to attend seances, and as I would attend seances, I would hear the voices of spirits. Some of them were deceased relatives of mine who came to me, and they used to say, Alfred, be warned, your temptations will take you to a road of destruction. I would not listen to them. In my youth, I thought myself so wise. The folly of youth is that they think they know it all. I don't insult them or decry them for that. We all go through this. But if I can help any of you, it would be, remember, as Rose has said, there is a chain of command. Those of you who are in touch with your spirit guides know how they gently prompt you, and sometimes not so gently. For those of you who are not quite understanding this, you'll say, but Alfred, I do not understand. I have never sensed a spirit guide. How would I know of this chain of command? Try to understand that inside of you there is a knowledge of former life. Whether you believe in reincarnation or not is not important. But it is important that you consider that you have a soul that is eternal. You have lived with God and with the spirits in our realm, the realm of light, before you came to your current earthly incarnation. Some of you will say, Alfred, I don't believe it, I don't remember it, I have no conscious knowledge, how can it be of any import to me? It is important because at the base of who you are is spiritual substance. You may have a beautiful body, or even a not so beautiful body. The body is irrelevant in the larger scheme of things. It is only a vehicle, a temporary transport that allows you to sustain your presence in this current dimension. The earth realm, as Rose has said, is a realm of darkness. And for many of your souls, it is a struggle to come into the earth realm. You must clothe yourselves in flesh. The flesh is your suit. It is like a spaceman who travels to a faraway planet. You must wear a spacesuit to be in that atmosphere. In your own earthly life, you had your missions to the moon, and your astronauts wore the spacesuits on the moon. It would do you well to look at the films and the pictures of the astronauts. This is very much like the human condition on Earth. You're in an environment which is strange and foreign to you, and you must wear a suit, a protective suit, that you may be in that environment. This is your body. You see, at death you will discard your body as you would an old suit. But until such time, you must honor the body and protect it. For example, a spaceman, an astronaut, would make sure and take care that his suit did not have tears, that he would lose oxygen and die. Likewise, you must protect your body from the ravages of the earthly life. Too much sun, it can damage your skin and create cancer. Imbalanced diet can create imbalances in your vitamin level and take you into bad health. All of these cares of the body are necessary, but they're only necessary in so much as though that you understand the reality of the body as the suit that you wear. Many humans on the earth confuse the body with the soul, And they think that if the body dies, then the soul dies with it. That is, that there is no consciousness after death. This is a very grave mistake that is being made upon the earth now. Many people are teaching this, that there is no consciousness that survives death. But that very statement defies your own very laws of physics that state that energy is neither created nor destroyed, only transformed. If you allow that energy that is transformed to come to the forefront of your consciousness, you will begin to realize that there is more to you than simply a collection of random molecules and a bag of bones. You are very much within you the very light and presence of divinity. You are veritably sons and daughters of God. And when we say God, this term we in the spirit world view as limited, we should prefer to use the term infinite intelligence. You are infinite intelligence. You are part and parcel of it. Your family are part of infinite intelligence. All that you know and have known, and all who of you have known and do not know currently, those who are here and on the spirit world, are connected to infinite intelligence. If you will understand that each of you are connected to the source higher than yourself, you will begin to understand where your power comes from. There are many of you who are setting out on your psychic journeys. You're beginning to understand that you have the ability to communicate with our world. You're beginning to understand that you can have knowledge of things beyond your local area. And you will say, how is it that we accomplish these things? It is through the power of infinite intelligence that interfaces with your very soul. And so as we like to remind you, the soul is eternal, the body is temporary. But know that your soul is an exact duplicate of your body, except a finer form, as Rosa said. And so I should like to remind each of you today that as you seek to know who you are, understand your place in the cosmos, that you are veritable children of divinity. Some of you will say, I am a low person, I've done such evil in my life. Good nor bad does not decide your relation to higher power, to infinite intelligence. Your situation is that you are already part of it. It is not an issue of opinion or feeling. It is an issue of fact. And so accept that you have a part of you that transcends your physical limitations. It is your body. Let your body be secondary to your spirit. It is said in the Bible, and forgive me, I am not a thumper of that book, but it does say that if you focus on higher power, all things in the material world will be given unto you. And this is a spiritual law of attraction, that if you understand that who you truly are, that you command material reality and are not merely subject to it, then you have the ability to manage and to bring to yourself that which you need in the material world. So do not have faith, be of good cheer. I should say, do have faith. Do not have fear, be of good cheer, and know that we are guiding and assisting you. Fletcher says that the medium's power is waning, and I must step from the body. We thank you for being with us tonight. We hope that you will take to your soul our messages. I can feel the power fading now. But before I go, let me give each of you my promise that I will come to you if you will call upon me. Just reach out and say, Alfred, I shall be with you. Power is given now. Hey Tubies, it's Psychic Bible. I'm back with you, and I say it all the time, but it's true. I really feel blessed when I channel. The spirit people come through me, and It's literally like they bring a little bit of heaven with them. And I always come back from channeling feeling inspired, uplifted, blessed. I'm so glad you guys joined us for our seance tonight. I hope you've enjoyed this. And if this has been helpful for you, again, you might want to pop over to my website and check out my books. Messages from Rose. It's hard to see this. I got glare here. There it is. Messages from Rose. Ouija Mysteries, another seance book. Psychic Bob's Book of Wiccan Wisdom. We got a lot of stuff over there. You know, if you want to get onto your spiritual life, you might want to start with doing some reading. And I have books that may help you along the way. Also, what you want to do if you want to help yourself grow, be part of Spirit Channel. Hit subscribe. Join us. We have the best time here. And, you know, I try to put out a video every day. So every day you can come to Spirit Channel and learn something and help yourself move forward on your journey. Well, guys, listen, thank you for being here tonight. I want to say I love you. I'm sending blessings to all of you wherever you are. And I hope that, you know, you have a wonderful Saturday night. And I thank you for joining our Saturday night seance. Listen, if you want to help me out, also like this video, please, favorite it, share it with your friends. You can post my video on your Facebook page, you know, all over the internet. I don't mind. You have my permission to post it wherever you want. So I thank you for being here. I love you guys. We'll see you back here tomorrow on Sunday. What's tomorrow? Oh, the witching hour. That's right. Be here at 8 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. We're doing a live broadcast. There'll be Lady Angela and Lord Tony and I. And we're going to do the witching hour. So we're going to talk about all things Wicca, magical and mystical. You don't want to miss it. We'll see you then. Till tomorrow, may you always blessed be.